Hi everyone, it's Barry here from Mitosu Crafts. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for joining me for this month's Stamp Around UK video hop. The theme for this month is black and gold, so I'm going to be showing you, I would say, a very simple card using this theme, with a few techniques as well for you, so hopefully you can go away with something to try and feel inspired as well. So this is a video hop, so please remember everyone else's links can be found down below in the description. So have a little look at them afterwards, after this video has ended, and go and check out everyone else's creations, and as I say before, you will come back with a lot of inspiration from everyone else as well. So do remember, video hop links can be found down below in the description. We are also independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, so anything you see us using you can purchase from us. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Netherlands, Austria, Belgium and Ireland, you can shop with us via our online shop. Details of our shop can be found on screen right now, so just head over to mitosukcrafts.com/shop, and that is where you can order your Stampin' Up! Craft supplies from us via that link on the screen right now. So check those out if there is anything which gets added to your shopping list, which if you're anything like me after watching these videos, there probably will be. So anyway, but I'm going to crack on with today's theme for the Stamp Around UK video hop of black and gold. So sit back, relax and enjoy. Okay, so for this theme I'm going to be using, or the products I'm going to be using for this one here, is I'm going to be using the Fun Patterns embossing folders, which is these two right here. So you've got these two, they're slim ones, so they fit in the large and the small machine. Okay, so you've got the large Suzuki cut and emboss machine, and you've also got the mini cut and emboss machine. So these will fit in both machines perfectly, and you've got these really nice little patterns. Well, it's easier to show you on the picture actually, isn't it? You've got these really nice little patterns which you've got on there. So that's the embossing folders, or the embossing folder. Mainly this one right here is what I'm going to be using for today's project, but I will show you some techniques with the other one as well. As for dies and stamp set, I've got the Wonderful Thoughts stamp set and dies. Now this is a sentiment stamp set, and it has also got the dies which cut out the sentiments perfectly as well. So perfect for all of you people out there that do not enjoy fussy cutting. Now I don't mind fussy cutting, but sentiments sometimes like this are not the best ones to cut out. So congratulations, for example, you've got, look at this one here, it's just all over the place, isn't it? I wouldn't be fussy cutting that one out. So you've got a die which will do it for you. So this is a really good stamp set and die to have, I think, in your collection. We've got some really nice sentiments on there, so do want to check that one out if that's something that interests you as well. But yeah, I'm going to have that's one I'm going to play with. I will also be using this flower thing on here as well, just as a little bit of an accent to just help with the sentiment. So that's what I'm going to be using. So I'll go through the cardstock measurements for you now. So as it's black and gold, I have got myself a piece of basic black cardstock. So this is measuring 14 centimeters by 21. So I'm going to go through the measurements in centimeters for you, but don't worry, I will pop the inches measurements and the centimeters measurements will run across the screen somewhere down here as I say them. So again, that one there is 14 centimeters by 21, and it's scored in half at 10.5 centimeters. So that's our standard card base. Then I've got myself some pieces right here. So I've got myself 2 pieces of gold and 1 piece of black. So this one here is measuring 8 centimeters by 11.5. Then the black one is then going to be 7.5 centimeters by 11, and the next gold one is going to be 7 by 10.5. So basically I've gone 0.5 millimeter smaller on each one. Okay, so you just want to make yourself up some matten layers, and just they're going to sit like so. Okay, what we can do is, for the time being, is we may want to stick this one down onto that gold one to start off with. So I'm just going to add some glue to the back of that now. So that's just going to get put to one side and just let that dry. Now, if I'd thought about it really before doing it, I was thinking about it as I was sticking it, I could have gutted this. What you can do is you can, if you want to, you can cut the smaller piece out of the larger piece, and then you can use that. I haven't gutted that. Obviously, I just want to give it a little bit more stability, but if you're precious about your gold, like I usually am, so I'm surprised I haven't done it, go ahead and gut that before you stick it down as well. So I'm just going to pop those to one side for a moment. So the next part is this one right here. So I'm going to emboss this with the fun patterns. So this one right here. And we're just going to run this through the embossing machine. So I'm just going to pop it into our embossing folder. Try and get that as straight as possible. Now what you can do is the Stampin' Up! One's got these lines at the bottom here. So you can always use that as a guide as to how straight it is in there. That's a little bit of a tip for you. And I'm just going to run that through the machine. And here we go. So let's reveal, and you can see that has embossed this gold cardstock absolutely beautifully. Okay, so really nice just on its own. So that's going to then sit on there as a nice matte and layer. Whilst I've got my die cutting machine close to hand, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take this flower die, which was from the Wonderful Fort stamp set, and I'm just going to die cut this out. Now I am going to be die cutting this out with some vellum. So they are the two pieces which I have got. Now for the sentiment, we are going to stamp this onto some basic white. So I've got myself a bit of scrap for the stamping here on sentiment. And I'm just going to use the sentiment congratulations. So I'm just going to ink this up with my black. And in the middle we go. And there we have it. And then I'm just going to find a die for it. Now, a little tip for you, if you have these ones right here, is what we've gone and done is sometimes it may be a little bit difficult to actually work out what sentiment goes with what die, just glancing at it. So what we've done is Jay has gone through and he's numbered everything on here. So 3, and then all we need to do is we then just need to find die number 3 on here, or die number 6, and we find number 6, and that one there is going to be that one right there. Okay, is that 6 or is that 5? That looks like 5. 6 there. So actually, if I think about it, Jay's done it logically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. So that's that. So it's an easy way of you being able to try and quickly identify. So number 2 right here, number 2 right here is what I need for my sentiment. So it's an easy way for you just to, so just a little bit of time, just go through, number them up, number your dies up. It will make life a little bit easier for you later on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to die cut this one out as well. And then you've got this perfectly cut sentiment here, and that's how they all look, like that, how they all cut out. So perfect sentiment cut out. Okay, so that's that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring all of these back in, and if you wanted to, you could pop that on like that. My sentiment is going to pop on this like that. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the back of this sentiment, and then I'm going to stick it onto that vellum piece there. So that's then just been stuck onto that vellum piece, and then that one can then sit on top like that and go in. Okay, so we can stick all of that together and done. And that's one card done for you if you want to, using the black and gold theme. But I just wanted to take this one step further and just show you a technique which you can do as well. So we're just going to pop all of this to one side. So even that on its own, it looks quite nice, doesn't it, as well? If I'd embossed this with the black and pop this on there as well, and maybe done a gold sentiment, that would look really pretty on that one as well. So there's several options which you've got. So if you like this style, just look, we've got 2 types of cards straight away. Okay, and now I'm going to show you something else which you can do with your emboss piece. Just pop those to one side for the moment. You're going to grab yourself a bit of copy paper or some scrap paper. Ours is a very well loved piece of paper, and I'm going to grab my memento. And I'm going to take this. Now this is going to distress this a little bit now, and I'm just going to gently place it on top. Actually, I don't need to use Memento. I just realised I need to use Stays On for this, because I want it to make sure it sticks to the surface nicely, and Stays On will be a permanent ink. Memento may run off, so we're just going to run this over, and I'm just going to gently run this over my black piece. You don't want to do it too much, because you run the risk of putting the ink on the background a little bit too much. But you can just see now what I've gone and done is I've now just added some of that black ink to that gold. So it's just added another. It's just added another colour, so that's another way you can get it on there. It's kind of like a faux letterpress technique, I suppose, where you would put the ink onto the embossing folder and then push it into it. But because I was using Stays On, I didn't want to do that onto the embossing folder, and plus I didn't want to have to clean the embossing folder, if I'm completely honest with you. So that's that one. Now you can do this. Now just a little side note, just going to sidestep. I've embossed myself a piece of white cardstock as well. Now you can do this with some white cardstock with any colour. Okay, but I'm going to say you're going to struggle if you're using potentially one of the ink pads, say, which is our normal ink pads, which has got the foam top. You may, it's just, it kind of works, so it can go on there, but I think because the surface area is quite big, it's a little bit hard to kind of get the pressure in the areas you want. So if you want to do this with coloured ink, then what I suggest you potentially do is, if you've got them or if you haven't got them, we've got the ink spots which you can get, and these come blank, okay, so they're completely empty. And then what you do is you then grab this and you have the re-inkers, and then you re-ink them up, okay, and then you create yourself these little spots, and these are a solid pad, very similar to like what the Memento is and the Stays On. And this way what you can do is you can then kiss over. It's a little bit harder than than doing it this way here. It just seems to sit better on this one. It glides over the top, but you get the idea. You can do it with some coloured cardstock as well. So just taking a little bit more time with that one then, so I've done one with the other pattern as well, and using the red and the blue, and you can kind of like go ahead. So it's something you can do. Obviously, at least it's giving you some colour, it's giving you some distressed stuff. So have a play around, but ink spots with a solid pad are a little bit easier for doing this. So I digress just a little bit, apologies about that. But back to our black and gold theme. So we've now got this here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this piece to this piece right here. And then once I've gone ahead and done that, I can then stick this piece to the whole card base. Here we go. So now that is stuck to that card base. And simply what we want to do now is we just want to add some dimensionals to the back of this and stick this over this right here. So I'm just going to use some mini dimensionals. So I'm going to pop some mini dimensionals already on the back of my sentiment, like so. I wouldn't put them on the vellum because you'll see them through, so you need to pop them on the sentiment. And stick that centrally over the middle, like so. So I was just thinking of just adding some embellishments to this as well. So I was just seeing if I had any black and gold embellishments. Now I've got these ones here, which is the adhesive back textured dots. And they have kind of like got this gold, and I think they will class as black as well. I'm not really sure if there is a colour to them, if I'm completely honest with you. But that kind of works. Now if you haven't got anything like that, but you've got yourself some pearls, for example, what you can do is you can grab yourself a stamping blender and an alcohol marker, and you can just quite easily go round and colour these in. And create your own coloured gems. So again, you can do that with anything. So if you haven't got the correct colour, these ones here, so these are the iridescent pearl basic jewels, you can go through and you can colour them to any colour you want. So you can go ahead and you can do that. So yes, if you want to do that, just add these embellishments to it. So I'm not sure if they really add anything to it, if I'm completely honest with you, but because it may clash a little bit with these on there. But that's just I just wanted to show you another way that you could potentially bring some gems into this if need be, and if you haven't got any colours. So they are there. So there we have it. That there is today's project with the theme of black and gold for the Stampin' Around UK video hop. And I hope you like that. Can you just see how that vellum there, depends on how the light catches it, it kind of disappears into it, depending on if you don't see it and you see the sentiment, and then how you catch it. So that's really kind of like how I'm seeing it here. So yeah, it just really just adds a nice little accent to the top of that emboss piece. But I hope you like how I've shown you how to do this technique with the embossing there as well, and adding some colour to your foil, your gold foil sheets. With the black, just to very carefully running that stays on ink is what I've used for this particular one, to go on top of the gold foil. So as I just said, I hope you've enjoyed what I just did there for you with that one there. Do remember this is a video hop, so you can head down below, there's links down there, and you can go and check everyone else out in the video hop as well. Go and see what other inspiration you can come back with the theme of black and gold. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you hopefully at one of our regular lives on a Wednesday and a Sunday, or for Funfold Fridays on Friday, all at 7 PM, or this again 1st of next month for another Stampin' Around UK video hop. So for now, it's goodbye, and we will see you again very soon. Take care. See ya.